So, I mean, this is it. If we make, if we win against this guy, KG, we make top 8 and we're good. I think top 8 is tomorrow. So this is just it. Last series. Hopefully we don't choke. Ah, Debbie into Enchantress. That's what I like to see. Let's see that no accident. Ah, Grazing Shot does it. This is a good hand. Damn. Damn. Let's see it.
Savagery can never be disciplined.
I know how to handle myself.
So we want to kill the Enchantress. It's really better to kill it forward. I think it's too early to kill it here. And it's too early to use Slay, surely. He's the aggressor here. We're the stabilizer. That's a good Vernus's Blessing. We could Grazing Shot the Enchantress. I think we're putting the Debbie left.
15 seconds remaining.
I think Grazing Shot doesn't really hit higher value than this. I think we're
5 seconds remaining. 3.
more likely hip firing the Sorla.
1.
So I think I'm fine with just Grazing Shotting this.
You're a dead.
So in theory, if we deploy Debbie left, and if we Grazing Shot left to mid next turn, it looks like the same thing. The important thing is the Enchantress is dead for an extra turn. That's the value you get when you can kill something either off of initiative or before they can play that round. It's like an upkeep kill, but I mean, it's kind of not necessarily in the same. It's not necessarily the same exact thing. It's not like upkeep off of like Ignite or something. It's just killing it before it can play that round. But it's the same concept, right? Unfortunately, I think we might be forced to hip fire this Sorla, because it's maybe a little too valuable if he doesn't have an item. And in that case, we don't really have the ability to take that Grazing Shot. I don't know. The thing is, Grazing Shot is such a low value item that I don't, or sorry, low value card. I don't feel bad about just using it for that. If it was something a little bit better, I probably wouldn't have used it in that way, honestly. So what is this, 3 and 4? So he's got a Flask.
Thank you.
So now it's a 3. It's always just like a Cloak. So he's going to heal it with both. If it's a Cloak, he's healing here, and then we want a Nazogu after he cloaks. It's actually 50-50 Cloak or Sword. We don't want to Disciple. We just pass. The only downside to this is we're floating mana for unsupervised. So I think it's a Sword. It has to be a Sword. Otherwise he would have taken the Cloak. Deep Portal. Shit. Ah, this turn Jamoy is pretty good. This like double Deep Portal stuff. This mid lane is feeling pretty nasty all of a sudden. Honestly, saving the Nazogu in hand doesn't even feel that bad. Because like these two are deploying left potentially. But I think I've got other ways. I've got 2 blacks deploying. I've got other ways of being able to kill whatever he plays left. More efficient mana. So this card in his hand I think has to be a short sword. Can't be a salve. If it was a Cloak, I think he would have used it on Sorla. Unless he's like a super next level gamer. Ritsu Emblem? Ritsu Emblem is actually kind of okay, right?
15 seconds remaining.
I mean, it could actually be good with Chain Frost later, right? Ritsu Emblem it is. So his PA is now dying to anything. We basically have to abandon this middle lane. We're never getting through there, no matter what. That's pretty bad for us. Maybe if we had left the Enchantress mid, we'd feel better. So it's always just one left and one right, right? No matter what. I think he's putting them both left. But we still have to put one right.
5 seconds remaining. 3.
Enchantress mid. That's a question mark. That's a gigantic question mark. So initiative right will matter to kill the PA. Lock him out of play options. We want a Tyler off of initiative to lock him out of curve. So the reason Enchantress mid is suspect. I mean, mid is obviously a dead lane that we're kind of giving up. But even without that, you kind of want to just just double deploy left so you can use your surge to kind of get where you want to be, right? Is typically the idea. At 5 green, he's playing Verdant Refuge potentially. Slowing that down with Tyler's State doesn't even feel bad. Five black could be Keenfolk.
15 seconds remaining.
Could have gone for a more aggressive play. I mean, Verdant Refuge honestly doesn't really affect the board.
To strike us will pay.
And obviously we can't even use Ritsu Emblem. Won't even save us here.
This'll help with the job.
Not playing for initiative. We assume he passes it back to us in the middle lane. Interestingly enough, so where does Sorla go? I think Sorla is probably wanting to go left. If we Ritsu Emblem the Bristle proactively, this Hipfire will kill the Sorla off of initiative, which can actually matter. But we're probably sinking Hipfire into right? Unless we don't. That's such a low odds of happening though. Like Sorla would spawn into Bristle on like what, a 1 in 3? It's about a 1 in 3, not quite. Given creep spawns. And he still just has this short sword in hand. Using it here doesn't make a difference either. Okay, we feel better about this Hipfire now.
I must be ready.
It's not Foresight, you would have used it first. Another D portal? No way. It's always Verdant Refuge here, I think. Verdant Refuge is a little spooky.
Here you go.
Well, good thing we've got Hipfire, huh? So we can give up initiative for a card draw. Card draw is pretty sweet here, and we don't really want initiative with this hand, unless we draw no accident. We have 2 Debbies, and we've drawn none no accidents. I am a believer. Let's see it. Oof, I need potion, right? I mean, draw into Chain Frost, win game, right? That's the idea. Draw into Chain Frost, win game. So, where does the Sorla go? He goes into the lane he feels he can defend more. Right now, we have initiative left. He could go left to play for Darkseer. We want to go wherever the Sorla is going, right? This is just a mind game at this point. We're just going wherever the Sorla is going. We don't have mobility to move forward. Sorla gets better trades left. Fuck. If we draw Cover of Night, it's better to put it left. Because we can move forward without losing a turn. We can't move backwards without losing a turn. My faith has been rewarded. I mean, can we race 80? We're not dropping Pillager this turn. That's the problem. I mean, doinking this has to be proper, but it's not even like... I don't even know if we can race 80 that well. Show is just unsupervised, right? Yeah.
A little help never hurts.
It's a good unsupervised. Wish the Sorla had gun left, but this is fine. So if we want to keep this Debbie alive, well, short answer is we don't.
1 minute until forced surrender.
Dude, why does everyone always have so much time on their time banks? How is that possible? Everyone's always like 4 minutes ahead of me.
I'll make it a little safer. What are friends for?
Am I just that slow of a thinker? That's a good TP. It's a kind of spooky TP, honestly. So he's at mana 6, which means he could coup us and lock us out of the ability to play a color. Red Mist Pillager doesn't do anything on this board. Locking me out of the ability to play black would actually be kind of scary. And that's what he would coup, I think. Let's see what he coups. Double Verdant. I mean, he doesn't really care about black, right? If he has double Verdant. If he tries to tank up his Sorlo. Okay. I don't want to play Disciple here yet. This could be actually a little dicey. I mean, racing left is going to be kind of hard. Kind of really hard.
Force surrender in 30 seconds.
Slay is kind of going to be useless, right? No accident last.
Force surrender in 20 seconds.
I think I want to use Slay on curve. I think it's actually unironically important to use this on curve.
10 seconds until surrender.
All will kneel before me.
I'll kill our enemies.
Okay, down to 6. He's got the double to play right though, so he might have to start respecting our left. Ooh, Claymore? Are we doing this? I think we can kill left on a clock of 2 with Claymore. +8? That's nuts. Double creep spawn right means we actually get the artillery. That's pretty funny. But he's got Verdant Refuge, so I mean we can't really punch through. As long as we threaten left on 2, I think we're good. I don't think he can play anything super scary. Unfortunately, we can't curve Red Mist plus Disciple. Oh, we got Cover of Night. Well, we're just good then, right? He could actually coup us again. Oh, dude. Is that risky? I think this is the safe play.
Time to do some dirt.
This could actually be risky. If he has a second coup... He still has such a hard time winning. If he uses his mana for coup, we should just win, right? This is good. So yeah, we overcommitted left because because of exactly this. Because we get the Cover of Night left to right. So he has to coup to stay alive, and if he coups, we use Artillery and Disciple and win. Should have nothing here, right? There's no way he has anything.
This will help me on my mission.
Okay. Okay. Dude, I got 7 siege, bro. Whew. That was actually kind of tight. That early Jamoy play with Deep Portal was pretty scary. Cover of Night might have bailed me out. We might have been able to threaten left on a clock of 2 if we hadn't done it off the Claymore. It's possible we lose if we don't draw Cover of Night there. I mean, he had a board state where Chain Frost kind of did nothing. Like, Enchantress counters Lich so hard. And he drew like 2 Verdant Refuges. This can be a little nasty. Why don't my heroes ever spawn into his? What is this? Why do my heroes always spawn into his? What is this? So again, we can escape route Ursa into PA. We actually had this exact same scenario earlier. I think it's a trap. I suspect I really don't like this escape route. I'm just gonna save it. I don't know. We can just doink this PA letter. I don't know. Using escape route like this, just because your hero is losing a combat in the early game, feels bad to me personally. Like, so what? Losing a combat feels bad, but literally skipping a combat turn feels just as bad, basically. No reason for sword. I actually like Potion in the Sand. So if we want to finish off the PA, we have to go right. If we do, We've got a good spawn into the Jamoy. I suspect the Jamoy goes mid here. That would make the most sense. Great spawn into the Jamoy, plus mid is just kind of open for the taking regardless. So we've got nothing but good spawns mid. I think mid is too juicy not to do. At the same time, we do have Nasal Goo plus the guaranteed spawn into Enchantress left. I gotta say, that's actually a little tricky. I really want to smack that Enchantress, but it's too risky with health items on the way. Very interesting. So he's obviously got something that will stop the Bristle from eating him. Presumably it'll be a battlefield control. Maybe it means Sanctum? The thing is, like... I mean, if you've got a control, is it even not worth it to develop this here? Interesting. So it looks like we're abandoning left. Left is too much of a premier abandon lane, I think, at this point. We just fight for the other two aggressively, right? I don't think his AD potential is actually really scary to me, personally. I think I can, especially with a light hand, no Chain Frost, I can abandon very aggressively, I think. Which means we just commit nothing here, right? I mean, we're actually, like, already committed out of this lane. We have no choice. This lane is so far out of our control already. I think this is why it's important to save this. I don't know. Maybe this is wrong, but I like it with this hands. It does feel bad. Bristle has to spend an extra turn left. He's kind of given up mid though, and Sorla will be useless if we have a higher unit count than him in these lanes. If he doesn't heal the PA, she might just die next turn. I don't know. The fact that he got some creep spawns here feels good for him. And left is always a scary lane to give up. Especially because he can support other lanes with, like, a Verdant Refuge. Giving up lanes against Enchantress just because of Verdant Refuge might be a little bit weaker. Because she can always use her mana for somewhere else. That's a really good turn. I think his Darkseer probably has... Darkseer might actually have to go left. If I'm him, I think I'd double deploy mid, actually, oddly enough. This deploy will basically change the scope of the entire game. My escape route telegraphed I'm playing for left. I'm playing out of left, maybe. If he puts Darkseer left, we get punished for playing it to left at all. And there's a decent chance he puts Darkseer left just because some people do that by habit. He didn't last game, though, interestingly enough. I'm tempted to do this.
15 seconds remaining.
If he gives up mid, it's actually kind of too scary to put both of these here. Deploying all at once is so risky. Can that make sense? I don't see why the Sorla is here. That seems very bizarre to me. So we want to Ogre Corpse Tosser on the right lane. It's actually kind of important, which means we're just getting out, right? We're giving him an extra 7 to tower. Maybe dying is actually a better fate than this. 7 to tower means he probably takes it, right? Did I say 7? I meant 9. And it means he definitely takes it. Okay, so now that he's taking it anyway, just get out. Okay, we've got a very, very low time frame to win the game. This is kind of bad. I don't know. It's a little awkward. There's a chance I needed to Ogre Corpse Tosser there. I really don't like that play, though. Might have been too necessary. Like, leaving the Disciple up is just really bad. I think he's won this game, honestly. Looks like a one game for him.
I know these guys. They're great when they decide to actually work.
I don't know. This left lane, the fact that I just can't come back from this and can't race him down fast enough is just really bad. Even with a hand that's really good at being proactive.
Let's get to work.
I think there's no way to win this anymore. Feels like it. I mean, what am I doing in this right lane? The way I have to counter this is by chain frosting this lane when it goes off. But of course we don't have that option. And we're never killing left fast enough. We can't stabilize. So what's the win condition? TP scroll helps. That enables part of a win condition, right? Now we need to draw Chain Frost. I don't know. Not using the Ogre Corpse Dasher left might have just lost me the game. Might have been too important of a play. Yeah, that's not surprising. So we're still slowing down his mana usage there. So I think we just need to deploy a Debbie here and hope we draw Chain Frost, right? I don't know, even if we use the Corpse Tosser, it still feels like this game is kind of out of control.
Just what I needed.
He did kind of overcommit here, though. He played in a way that's like really punishable, I feel. We don't need to Stonehall Cloak the one we're playing, right? If we don't have initiative. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference with anything. He's just kind of winning the value lane too, or the value game too, which feels bad.
Destiny will not be denied.
At least he doesn't have deep portal. Unfortunately, no accident truly does nothing here, right? I mean, if we keep Slay, if we keep no accident for left, it could buy us an extra turn. We might actually have to slay this creep here. He doesn't really have scary top end, right? I mean, he's got a Thunder Hide. We can't really wait for that value, though.
15 seconds remaining.
The biggest problem was all of our heroes died at once, so we lost just a kind of ridiculous amount of flexibility there.
In life you are nothing. In death you find purpose.
So if he has gank, he can clean up our Debbie. Item shop is serving me pretty kindly. Creep spawns is serving me pretty kindly. This game wants me to win it. So if he puts PA right, I mean, he can't take lefts. Ursa always has to go right here, yeah? That's a good sign for me, at least. He shouldn't be able to kill my Debbie and threaten lethal. That should be basically impossible. Would you look at that? Game truly does want me to win. Disgusting.
They never saw this coming.
Cheeky play. I like it. course, he loses a ton of damage here. We don't need more than one Chain Frost, right? We still just need to start clearing things up. He's committed a ton of value into this lane at this point, which makes this feel fine. If he Qs my Lich, I don't have Chain Frost, right? Which makes this Chain Frost even better, honestly, right? We just need to start dealing damage to this, honestly. Even if it doesn't feel good or if it only kills one thing. Yeah. That feels really bad. Killing the Enchantress or the Sorla or the Darkseer would have felt really, really good. That's almost the worst outcome. Maybe the game doesn't want me to win it.
Okay.
Right now, Sorla's in... Oh, he didn't heal the Sorla. So she's in range of no accident, which is actually kind of spooky for him. So the question is, do we play for initiative right? If he has the second coup, he coups our Lich and we can't Chain Frost. But I think it's too important to TP this Debbie, so I think we truly have no choice. It's gotta be the TP Debbie.
I'll do what I can. I'm here for you.
Verdant's good for him.
1 minute until forced surrender.
Looks like our win condition could actually conceivably be pushing left, which feels kind of bad. Because we have to push left and defend right, which is bad. You really want to be pushing and defending the same lane.
Let's see what the future holds.
Hitting the PA 3 times or this 2 times kills it. Hitting the PA 3 times is more likely if we start the Chain Frost on it now.
This will be fun to watch.
So the most important thing is he didn't heal the Sorla. It's in no accident range. It's a very big deal. We've got 2 heroes deploying. That double town portal scroll at the end of the game was kind of disgusting. I probably should have lost this game. Like, we double drew Chain Frost and double found town portal scroll. Like, not to say he didn't have a good situation to start as well, but I think he actually played better than us in this game.
My will is stronger than
So we can lock him out of black now that he gave up initiative, which is nice. I think he had no choice. So the only thing that could make this game even filthier is if we draw the last Chain Frost now, basically. It's a really good no accident. Don't have anything to curve it with yet. Yeah, the fact that we can't curve this one thing really does suck. We'd like to be able to play something like an Ogre here, but it's too important to lock him out of an entire color right now. And we can curve it with something. We can curve it with like Bronze Legionnaire and Payday. I don't know. We'll find something. Legionnaire this creep is still fine. We're not really using any important resources on the right side.
Your kindness is an example to all enchanters. Well, not me, but most.
Dude, Selfish Cleric actually has the best voice lines in the game. These are great voice lines. There's no escaping me.
Thanks.
So we just want to Ogre Conscript, right?
1 minute
Which means we
until
Payday
forced
here.
surrender. It's good to have friends in gratitude.
I mean, he's kind of shit out of luck for great blue options, honestly.
I was getting worried.
Theoretically, an Enrage plus Oath. Does Oath have a punish? D-Portal is the punish? And Rage plus Oath is a lot less trumpable. If we Oath and it doesn't kill him,
Force surrender and
I mean we can always tap the artillery, right? Okay, so cut to top 64. So we're undefeated, right? Yeah, we're 6-0, I guess. And now it's just top 8, right? So it's over.